And welcome to the AT&T Center, the home of the Dallas Cowboys, but tonight it's the home of the Smithson Valley Rangers. I'm Tony Brubaker. This is Brad Lind. We're going to talk about how the Rangers go for their fourth trip to the state finals and how they're going to get one this year. Brad, this is a team that has really overachieved, but you want to talk about defense, don't you?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm here. I wish that they'd be quiet behind us because we're trying to do a show here, but what a great scene. What a great game going on behind us. I started coaching there back in 1996, the year that we put in a new defense, and Joe Muchagamba, Craig Worsfer, Doug Olbrich, and of course Larry Hill. We made a commitment to just put great kids, great players on defense, because we know that you're never going to get to a place like this and a game like this without having a great defensive philosophy.
And defense comes in so many different ways, but we've got a lot of playmakers on defense.
Right, you got to line up correctly, and in this day and time with all the different formations and different kind of flavors of offense, if you want to talk about it that way, you got to be lined up correctly. And you got to make tackles once the ball is snapped. But this year, Smithson Valley does a great job of making their own money, making their own turnovers, and making their own plays.
And defensively, the Rangers, again, making plays is what I say, because they have done a great job of limiting people because they have playmakers. It's Dud Zakowski pulling someone back. Got a chance to high point an interception here by Miller, one of the safeties.
Well, we always talk about lining up correctly, and we're always talking about being fast to the football. Smithson Valley, as far back as 1996, has made a commitment to putting great players on the defensive line. Of course, you got to have linebackers, you got to have secondary players, but to me, the difference between us and some other places is we use speed on the D-line. And so we're always going to put pressure on the quarterback. In the history of this game, more and more teams are so successful throwing the football. You can't leave a quality quarterback back there by himself with no pressure.
High point in the ball.
Yeah.
You see those interceptions. Every one of the guys going up for the ball and not just to be a defensive player. And as they continue to make plays, it's fun to see how many different guys made big plays on these highlights.
Right. You got linebackers making plays. You certainly got kids in the secondary making those spectacular high point interceptions. But I just love to talk about those defensive linemen. Those kids they just work hard every single play. They're responsible for stopping the run, and then they're responsible. You got to put pressure on the quarterback, and when the quarterback gets to make a great play, you wonder why wasn't the defensive line there to make something happen.
And so often this year we've seen our defensive line disrupting passers.
Yes. You can't do that without, you cannot do a great defensive philosophy without putting some pressure on the quarterback, because they're just too good. All of them are good, and especially when you get to this level.
And just real quick, I've been a part of the Ranger Network for just about 10 years, loving every minute of it, because you like following a team that has a lot of success, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
This matchup, Aledo, again, 15-0. They've won 10 state titles in the last 15 years. They are the best team in 5A for 20 years, and yet here we are. We got a chance to beat them.
Yeah, they've got to play us too. We're not bad,
right?
The key, and Larry brought this to mind in an article in the newspaper this morning. We're not playing all those other teams that have won state championships. We're playing this one, and so when you look at it that way, our kids can't fight history. They can't change history. They're just playing for right now, which is, I think, the best thing we need to emphasize all day.
So the defense limiting people to about 13 points a game, while our offense scores about 39. But again, we're focusing on defense right now, and we had a chance to catch up with the defensive coordinator, Craig Worsfer.
So, Coach, you have been here with Coach Hill for a long time.
Yes,
How many years has that been?
Gosh, it's just 31, however long Coach Hill's been here.
31 years. So this is also your fourth time to head to the state championship. How are you feeling about that?
It's really exciting. A lot of coaches coach their whole career and never get an opportunity to coach in a game like this. And I've been extremely blessed, as a lot of us here have, to get this opportunity now for the fourth time. It's not an easy road to get here. It's very tough, as everybody knows and every coach would know. So just really blessed to have this opportunity for the 4th time in my career.
It's very exciting. How does it feel that there's so many of you coaches that have been here since, I'm going to say, the beginning?
Yes.
And how does that feel, the bond between y'all and doing this and having this opportunity again?
We're an extremely tight-knit coaching staff, and Coach Hill's done such a great job of building a staff that is loyal and is loyal to Smithson Valley and the community here, like living here, like being a part of the community here. And so there hasn't been just a ton of turnover. We've had coaches certainly move on and go in other directions, but by and large, we've had a lot of really staff consistency, and that really helps, when you go into the office and you know what to expect and you know what everybody's thinking already.
All right, so Coach, the defense, it's been very, very strong this year. In fact, it's so strong, they have less points on them than Aledo has on their defense. So tell me, how have y'all built this for them, and what does this look like for them going into this week?
Well, first off, we got some really good players on our defense, and I think it's hard to compare how many points we've given up versus how many points Aledo's given up. We have nobody common on our opponent, on our schedules, and obviously they have a very strong defense as well. But our kids, I think the biggest thing for them is they have a really tight bond. I mean, they really like each other. They like coming to practice. They like being in the locker room. Sometimes in the evening, we got to run them out of here and tell them to go home. So when you really build that love for each other and that bond, you play really hard for each other. And I think our team exemplifies that.
So, Coach, I know from being here a long time and always here on Fridays that your wife is a huge supporter of yours. In fact, I saw you running off of the field right before the last game to get one quick hug in and back on. So how is she feeling this week?
Oh, she's extremely excited. I mean, and this will be her 4th game as well to be at. And so she's extremely excited. She can't wait to get up there. She's a typical coach's wife, she's very understanding during the season, doesn't mind me being gone, holds down the fort at home, takes care of all the responsibilities that I can't get to at times, and I couldn't do this without her.
It's going to be a win for her too.
Absolutely. She will be as excited as anybody, I guarantee you.
So there's a lot of family here, Glenn Hill and Larry, and you have your son here.
Yeah.
So Brian Worsterfer coaching for the football staff. He played here, now he's coaching here. What is that like?
This will be his 4th one as well. He's been the ball boy. In fact, in 2004, the last time we were here, he was a ball boy. I can't even remember how old he was, but he wasn't very old. And of course, didn't turn out the way we wanted it to there too. We lost on a field goal on the last play of the game, and we were in the locker room after the game, in the Cowboys locker room up there, and everybody's upset. I'm hugging all the players, and also have to look around for him. Can't find him anywhere. He went the wrong way. So he's wandering around Texas Stadium at about 8 years old, all by himself. But we were able to, my sister-in-law found him, saw him, and grabbed him. But yeah, this will be his 4th time too, and what a blessing to get to work with him. And he does a great job with our cornerbacks, and like you said, he played here, grew up here. He's a Smithson Valley guy.
I love it. And let's hope this week we can keep him from getting lost.
Yeah, no, he will not get lost this week, I assure you. He is laser focused and locked in.
I love it, Coach. Well, we are there. We're cheering you guys on. We're super proud of y'all.
That'll be fun. It'll be fun. Glad to go.
Go Rangers.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you, Emily. And Coach Worsty is someone you know pretty good, isn't he?
Just a little. He was there when I got there in '96, and he was the secondary coach, but even back then he was so much more. He just has this great feel for defense, and more than that, he knows how to put kids in the right place to help them make plays. So it's been a pleasure to get to coach with him all these years, and he's to me one of the premier defensive coaches in the state.
Well, one of his players is Hudson Woods, and we're going to look at some highlights of him. This sophomore has made a chance to make a name for himself in his 2nd year of high school. There you see. He just loves getting after quarterbacks, doesn't he?
His older brother was a linebacker last year, and he stepped up as a sophomore. He doesn't look like a sophomore, and he doesn't play like a sophomore. He's a... Okay.
Hudson, again, his quickness off the line of scrimmage just blows me away sometimes.
That's a premier prerequisite for somebody who's going to play defensive line for Smithson Valley. You've got to have some quickness. You don't have to have a lot of speed, but you've got to be able to get off the ball. And he does that better than anybody.
And Coach Haug is someone who coaches the defensive line. Tell me what you know about him.
Well, he came to us a few years back as a strength and conditioning coach from Texas Tech and brought a lot of knowledge and brought a lot of new things to our staff, and we couldn't have done without him back then. But now he's traveled around himself and become a really good defensive coach, and he's settled in between him and Eshawn Risen, the defensive tackle coach. There's none better. They get those kids ready, and man, they can play.
What are his strengths?
Coach Haug?
Yes.
I would say just attention to detail and having fun with the kids in practice, because they have to work hard to get ready.
All right, let's go to that interview with Coach Haug.
What makes this team special?
Well, I think what makes this team special is obviously the camaraderie that we always talk about. But I think, more than anything, it sticks out as a singular focus. These guys have dead aim, which is our motto this year, but they live that out every day, and that's neat to see.
That's awesome. Every year, y'all have a theme, and I heard multiple times, dead aim is this year.
Right.
In fact, I've got a kiddo at home with a band that he wears on his wrist. What does dead aim mean to y'all this year?
Dead aim for us is to always look at what is the goal that's driving us at the very end. And, to understand we're trying to get to that goal in December. Now we're living it and we're in it. We were in it from day one, which was week one. And then to see those guys through their fundamentals, their drills, their film, and everything like that, it's been a neat visual experience for those kids to see and to live it out and to be here and to be at that point.
What makes this team special?
I think what makes this team special, and especially with our group that we have, is to try to take the things that we practice on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and are we demonstrating that on Friday? And to have an opportunity to take our culture and to display it on a national stage. And so that's what they're really excited about, and that's what I look forward to, to be able to see.
So, nerves, how does it feel? And how are the boys handling the pressure?
Looking at how this week has gone so far, you would think it would be a little bit different in film. You think it'd be a little bit different in our meetings and when we go out to practice and whatnot. But you're just not getting that sense. And I think that goes back to our goal. Thinking about it back in January when we set that goal, and they're living that out and seeing it displayed. And I think we're reaping the benefits of that.
I love it. How is your family feeling at home?
They're excited. They really are, being able to go. And it's been an exciting ride. It's been an exciting ride after a ball game, an exciting ball game, seeing my kids and my wife. And because as you know, being a coach's wife and dad being that, you spend a lot of time up here, but be able to reap the rewards, it's an exciting deal.
I bet they're very excited to get on Cowboy Stadium this Friday.
They are. We got to watch it Sunday when the Cowboys played, and then they were all pointing at the screen, so this is where we're going to be. I said, yep, so they're really looking forward to that.
Just a little bit of X's and O's. Tell me what it looks like. It all begins with your guys.
Well, as always, we're playing a very tough group up front. They're very senior-oriented, very experience-oriented, but so are we. We think that if we just take the things that we've been building on in the past, I think we're going to have a lot of success there. But our guys are really looking forward and excited that you'd think you'd have the best opponent at the very end, and that's what we got with the team we're playing this week.
I know we're looking good, and I know they're saying we're the underdog, but I have a really good feeling that we're going to end up on top.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we are.
Coach, good luck this Friday. We're going to be there cheering you on the sideline and in the booth, and we're super excited for y'all. Go Rangers.
Well, thank you. Go Rangers.
And welcome back. We appreciate the early interviews, but it's not even 6 o'clock yet. Kickoff's not till 7. Brad, are you going to be willing to stay?
Well, sorry, I was watching that game. There's only 37 seconds left to play.
I know. We're going to take our first time out. This is the Ranger Network.
Tarnation! You either gotta get that daggum thing removed or name it something. Yeah, right there. There's gotta be sawbones that can separate your path from Molezilla there.
Molezilla? Hang on, fella. I've seen less wrinkles in a catcher's mitt. Actually, next time you get a call, you best be answering the iron. And those aren't crow's feet. They're pterodactyl feet.
Well, where do you reckon we go to fix them up?
I've heard of a place, Dermatology San Antonio.
Where's that? Spring Branch! But the name is Dermatology San Antonio!
It's in Spring Branch.
Yeehaw! Spring Branch!
Welcome to Summerhill Dental, your Hill Country dentist. We are located just a few miles from Smithson Valley High School and ready to serve the entire family's needs. We specialize in same-day crowns, implants, sleep apnea, and whole health smiles. We love our community and we are proud to call ourselves Rangers. Come see us today.
Building a home, have hail damage, or your roof has just grown old and tired. Eternal Roofing's award-winning company will meet all of your roofing needs. We specialize in all roofing styles and service the Hill Country and surrounding areas. We are family-owned and fellow Rangers that love our community and look forward to growing alongside of it. Call us today and go Rangers!
And welcome back to the Ranger Network. We're at the AT&T Center, and joining us now is Miss Emily Wick. Emily, tell us what you have to say tonight about what's going on.
Well, I want to start by saying, hi. Rangers Network is so excited to be here tonight, and I just want to take a minute before we get going, and I just want to say thanks. I wanted to say thanks to Comal ISD, to the Smithson Valley Boosters, to the Smithson Valley community, our sponsors, and everyone who's a part of it. You guys, everyone who makes this work. And I really want to say, the guy behind the magic, I want to thank Bowick. He is pretty amazing. A lot of years. We love this team. We love our community. It's where we live. It's where we go to school. Our son, which I'm going to give a little shout out to him. A lot of these cables that get ran around here, he gets here early and he starts running those cables. It's really a family deal, and everybody becomes family. And so I just want to start by saying thanks to everybody.
Well, and we've been talking about defense this whole first part of the
Yes.
pregame show. There's one player we haven't talked much about. Do you know who that is?
I'm going to guess, let's see, Jackson Duffy?
That's right.
Good call.
Jackson Duffy is, what he does defensively is just amazing. He's a great cover guy, and sometimes he sneaks in front of the wide receiver and gets a pick six in the biggest game of the year.
I got a chance to sit down with Jackson Duffy this week. He's an amazing kid as well as an amazing player.
No doubt about it, and we'll get to that in just a moment, but we got to look at all his highlights. He's got a lot of them. Offensively, quite a playmaker there as well, as you see him make someone miss just out of nowhere. Little end around action. He's got speed that people don't expect when he's out on the football field. He even returns kickoffs.
He's always outrunning some really, really fast people, so
he does.
That makes him fast too.
There's nobody in the first 10 yards behind him here. He just ran past everyone. And another one comes on a kind of a kick that hit the ground. He comes up and fields it, and then he just jets through the coverage.
I remember this one.
It's a great block by Freddie DeBose there.
And Emily had a chance to talk with Jackson not too long ago. Let's look at that right now.
I did.
Jackson, coming in, we talked a little bit about how you're feeling this week. Going into this Friday, state championship, where are you at? How are you feeling?
I'm super excited. It's surreal, and it's hard to believe that we're finally here.
Did you think you were going to be here?
Yes, of course.
This entire season, what was your motivation?
Just the hard work that we put in back in the summer, and the way the season ended last year made it easy to keep pushing.
So you are all over the field. You play several positions. You were making impacts left and right. Where do you think your strongest impact for the team is at?
I would say on defense, just because I feel like we're kind of a defense-first type of team. We play strong defense and we run the ball, and it's important to be able to hold offenses to low-scoring games.
I am super impressed with the defense this year, so I can see where you would get that. So you have been on varsity since your sophomore year.
Yes, ma'am.
And what makes this year different?
Just knowing that it's the last one and kind of having the realization that this week's my last game in high school. It just feels different.
So you've had the honor of being selected to the San Antonio's All-Star team. What does that feel like?
It's awesome because I've watched that game for a long time growing up and saw some of my teammates last year play in it, so I've always wanted to be able to play in that game.
What did you feel when you got the call?
I was just really excited. It was just a good feeling, and I called some of my friends that played in it last year just to tell them that, because I was excited.
How tight is this team friendship-wise?
We're really close. I mean, we spend more time together than we do at home, so we have a really special bond.
So tell me, where are your parents at this week?
They're super excited.
Yeah.
They know that I've really wanted to play in this game and that this has been a goal of mine, so they're really happy for me.
All right, without giving too much away, what are your keys for this week? What do you have to do to make this happen?
We just have to do what we've done all year. On defense, we got to stop the run. They have a really explosive offense, so we just need to follow our keys and do what we've done all year.
Well, I'm going to be there on the sideline cheering you on, and I'm super excited. So I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun getting to sit down with Jackson, and you know, there's a lot more to come. But before we get to that, let's take a quick break.
Welcome to True Skin Dermatology, your home for healthy skin. We are part of a nationwide network of trusted dermatology professionals. Walking into True Skin, you can expect excellence. Hello, my name is Kevin Jackenturi, and I'm a certified physician assistant located right here in the Smithson Valley area. I specialize in skin cancer diagnosis and treatment, cosmetic services, acne, eczema, and more. I am here to serve your family's needs and am excited to be part of the Ranger Nation. Come see us today. Go Rangers!
Guys, look what just came in. Just in time.
Please tell me it's our hats.
It is, but these aren't the right ones.
Oh, great. What are we gonna do now? These will never work.
Hey, I know. Why don't we call your dad, no?
Jeremy Fuller, State Farm Insurance, can help with anything.
Well, usually he can, but...
Great idea. He helps my grandma with her business insurance.
Yes, he does that, but not...
Yes, he even helped my mom with her boat insurance.
Yes, that's great, but he doesn't insure shipping.
There they are. I've been looking all over for those. The teachers are having a pool party after swim practice is done. And I think you're looking for these.
Thanks, Principal Snyder. Now we are ready.
And so are we.
Let's do this!
Welcome to Summerhill Dental, your Hill Country dentist. We are located just a few miles from Smithson Valley High School and ready to serve the entire family's needs. We specialize in same-day crowns, implants, sleep apnea, and whole health smiles. We love our community and we are proud to call ourselves Rangers. Come see us today.
Building a home, have hail damage, or your roof is just grown old and tired. Eternal Roofing's award-winning company will meet all of your roofing needs. We specialize in all roofing styles and service the Hill Country and surrounding areas. We are family-owned and fellow Rangers that love our community and look forward to growing alongside of it. Call us today and go Rangers!
Watch it!
Hey, that was my foot! Hey, wrong way!
What is going on?
It's this darn whistle, it's broken.
What are we gonna do now? The game's only an hour away! We can call Talent Dad with Jeremy Fuller State Farm Insurance!
That's not really what he does.
Great idea. He has my dad's auto insurance.
Yeah, but that's not it either.
Yes, he has my mom's homeowner's insurance.
That's great, but it's not that kind of insurance.
Ah!
One of these? We have plenty lying around.
Yes! All right, let's try that again.
Go.
Welcome back to the home of the Rangers, or was it no, it's the Rangers tonight, the AT&T Center. Welcome as we talk about more Rangers right now.
Speaking of Rangers, I got to sit down with Cole Freund this
Well, that's
week.
another playmaker.
He absolutely is. Let's take a look at what that looked like.
So Cole, Coach Glenn Hill has let me know that you are an impact player. And you know, I've seen that all year. It's like all of a sudden there you are in the end zone. Tell me, where do you feel your role is on this team?
Really wherever the coaches need. They've put me at fast back and receiver. I was at safety and spring ball. And basically wherever they need me, I'll go to help out.
Where do you feel like your biggest impact is?
I think receiver. I've caught the ball mostly this season, and I think I've been blocking well, so.
Going into this week, what are you telling yourself? How are you preparing mentally?
It's just another game that we have to win. We knew we could be here, and obviously they're a good team, but we just need to execute.
What would you say to this younger generation looking up to you guys, the little guys in the stand, wearing jerseys? What would you say to them?
If you just put your mind to it, put in all the work in the off season, and keep grinding, you can do anything you put your mind to.
So dead aim. We've been talking about it in here. It's kind of been the theme all year long. What does dead aim mean to you?
Just having a straight path. The season, getting through the regular season, hitting all of our goals, and getting to the state championship, and we plan on winning it. Just following a straight path, knowing our end goal.
So I know your parents have got to be so excited. What's it like at home?
My mom's emotional knowing it's my last game. My dad's really proud of me knowing all the work I've put in and this team's put in.
So leaving your senior year, what are your ambitions moving forward for your future?
I'm planning on doing pre-vet as a major, and I'm deciding between TCU or A&M right now for where I want to further my education.
Those are both great choices. Tell me one more thing. Who's your hero?
My hero? Probably my grandfathers. I look up to them, and they've each taught me individual things that bring a character to me.
I love that. Super. Well, I wish you the best of luck this week, and I will be there cheering you on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Emily, for that interview. Don't forget, we're here with the audio of tonight's game. Wherever you're going to watch it, remember, we have the audio and we'll have live stats on our screen as well, so don't forget to do that. But since we're talking about receivers, there's one guy that everybody focuses on defensively to stop, and that's Freddie DuBose. He's a guy that was out last year with an ACL tear. Now he's tearing it up, 57 catches, almost 800 yards. He's the go-to guy.
He certainly is. And I mean, you know, if Freddie gets away from you, good luck trying to catch him. He's fought long and hard to get back this season, and he stayed healthy, and he looks amazing.
He's one of those players, like you said, the defense has tried to take him away. And so some games it looked like he hasn't done much. But when you watch the whole film, you know that the other team's defense is structured to stop him. And that's why some of our other receivers have had some success.
And that's why if you look at stats, a lot of his catches are in the second half because they kind of lose the grip they've had on him with that safety staying over the
Right.
top.
And we figure out a way
he's
to
the
get
guy
him
that
open.
to count on in the third and fourth quarter.
Right.
For sure, Freddie DeBose is a good one.
He certainly is.
Well, now we have another interview. Why don't you tell us who this is with?
So we got to sit down with his coach, Bren Jones. Got to pick his brain a little bit. Let's see how that goes.
So, Coach, tell me, how does it feel? You are walking in on Friday to your second state championship in the year because you're also the track coach. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But what is this feeling like for you this week?
Very grateful. Grateful for the opportunity. You know, when you're at a place where you have a great support system, you know, you have a great community, great staff and faculty, great coaches, you know, a great head coach that supports us, and at the end of the day, you got kids that just, they get it. They understand the expectations, they understand what it takes to win, and they make it easy, you know. I always tell everybody, I just make sure they get on the bus.
With both shoes, right?
With both shoes, yes.
So tell me, you're the receivers coach.
Yes.
Tell me, what's that looking like this week?
Good, you know, they work hard. They come out day in and day out, and they've approached this game like they've approached every game. We work on routes, we look at our opponents, we see how we can get open, we see how we can block and things of that nature. So they're locked in, and again, you know, they come out and they know what they have to do to get this done.
What makes this team special?
Just the camaraderie. You know, when you go back and to boot camp and all the things we do in the summer and the hot days of August, and you know, you become a family, and not only the coaches and the kids, you get to know them a little bit better, you get to understand them a little bit better, and by this point, you know, hey, we're this far, we might as well try to finish the deal if we can. So it's just a special thing.
That's wonderful. Finish strong, right?
Finish strong.
Tell me what your family is saying this week. How are they handling all this?
Well, if anybody knows my wife, she's a basket case. she's excited, she's anxious, you know, and we talk about it when we get home, you know, sometimes. And she asks me all the time. She said, "How do you keep it together? How do you keep it together?" I'm a nervous wreck, but you know, they're excited, you know, for the opportunity, and they're excited for this team. You know, they're excited to see what we can do on Friday.
Smithson Valley coaches' wives are pretty special, set apart from everybody else. I see how supportive they are. Y'all are lucky guys. So, Coach, you won state this year with track, so last school year. Tell me, what was that like?
You know, girls track. I tell you what, talk about some fighters. When we often talk about this, and you know, back in January last year, you know, you always tell your team you want to go to state and that sort of thing, and but every meet they were always getting better, and probably about district, the area, I know we were runner-ups at district, but about area they started looking really strong. And it's funny because after the state meet was over and they won it, I was hearing them getting interviewed, and one of the reporters asked them back in January, did they expect to win state, and they just kind of looked at each other and they said, yeah, you know, so they're very confident, you know, they're not arrogant, but they just understand, again, what it takes to win, and very proud of them. Couldn't be more proud of a group of young ladies.
That's wonderful. Well, it'll be exciting going into this year to see what happens.
Yes.
And we're really excited for y'all for Friday. Team looks strong. It's been so much fun to watch this year, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Go Rangers.
Go Rangers.
And now you're going to tell us that Coach Jones knows something about championships, right?
You know, we're hoping that Coach Jones is going to end up getting his second state ring this year. He won state in track. He had a relay team that was just absolutely incredible. So if you see him on campus sporting his state ring, it's something else. Let's hope for 2 tonight.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
You know, and the energy in here. I mean, I'm starting to see behind us some Rangers trickling out. We see a few coaches. I mean, you know, it's just going to be any minute now, and they're going to start pouring onto the field. Can you imagine the excitement that's going on down there between the coaches, the students, the cheer, the band, the dance, all of them?
Well, we're the third of 3 games here today, so some people have been here since a long time. But this last game was a great football game for anybody to watch, wasn't it?
It absolutely
And now
was.
we know the atmosphere is going to get even better.
Yeah, this place is going to fill up with football fans from both towns and just from football fans in general. It's going to be a great place to be.
You said general, and that leads me to the head coach of the Rangers. He's not a general, but his program is run like it's run by a military guy who does everything small really well, and that leads to success. Larry Hill, but there's a lot of Hills, aren't there?
Coach Hill is most certainly all the things you just said, and there is not just one Hill right now. And in fact, there was at a point not too long ago 4 Hills all coaching on the Smithson Valley Phil.
Sort of confusing for some of our players because they couldn't call them by their first name like we could in the office, but it was just B Hill or G Hill or A Hill, yeah, or Coach Hill. So yeah, it was great. It was great.
So Coach Hill's 2 sons have now moved along and doing other things, but he still has his nephew there, Glenn Hill, who is also our offensive coordinator.
Well, I'm lucky that I know 3 Glenn Hills. My relationship with those guys goes back to 1981, and I probably owe my career to the oldest one because he recommended me to Larry.
I did not know that.
I coached with Glenn Hill in Houston and Glenn Hill II, and now I had the opportunity to coach with who I call Little Glenn, and he probably doesn't like that, or but he's still Little Glenn to me. What a great young man, what a great offensive mind, and it doesn't intimidate him to be coaching for his uncle. He's just tremendous.
No, I mean, they just have so much fun. Watching all of them interact over the years, it's a lot of fun. We actually sat down with the oldest, Larry's dad, and the whole family at one point, and it was really amazing to watch the interaction and just the deep bond that they have, not only through family, but through football.
Oh, you're going to learn some football if you talk to those guys.
Yes,
and Brian Hill has been one of the main parts of the Ranger Network the last couple of years, so we know him. He got out of coaching because I think he got tired of the grind and because his kids are small and he's coaching them. But that's another Hill that we don't talk about often enough.
And we miss him here on set
Yes, we
tonight,
do.
but he really just wanted to sit with his mom and sit with the rest of the family and enjoy the game this evening, which I totally understand.
And that's certainly good news for him. Well, as we move along, we have an interview with Glenn Hill.
We have an interview. I sat down with, as you say, Little Glenn Hill, and I'm sure he's going to love you later for that, Coach. But we certainly did, and we had a great time. Let's take a look at that.
All right, Coach. So tell me, what's the week looking like? How's it feeling?
It's been a really exciting week. We're just trying to treat it as normal as possible, though. Just regular meetings after school, practice during the day, and the kids are making it really fun, though. They're locked in and they're excited, obviously, but they're not letting it get too big. They're enjoying the moment, but it's not taking over. So it's been a really fun week.
So I don't know that everyone knows this, but Coach Hill is your uncle. What is that like, coaching with him?
It's fun. I came here, this is year 7 at Smithson Valley, I believe. My dad was a coach, Coach Hill's brother. His dad, my grandpa, was a coach, so just a really big coaching family. And we didn't really interact a whole bunch as far as football is concerned growing up. It would just be Thanksgiving and Christmas and family stuff. So this is just a totally different environment for us. And it's not one time has it been I'm his nephew and he's my uncle. It's just I'm a coach on the staff and we treat it like that.
It's pretty special, though.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
That is fun. Tell me what makes this team special.
Just a great group of kids that they love each other. Sometimes we're a part of groups that maybe cliques or people not all getting along all the time. These guys are genuinely close. They genuinely care for each other. They work hard for each other, whether it's the starters or backups or scout team players on the JV. Everybody seems to get along, and they have one common goal. They've been working for it all year, and I'm just super proud they have the opportunity to do it.
And we're there.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
time.
We're there.
It's amazing. So you've got little kiddos at home. Do they kind of understand what's going on?
So I've got a daughter. She's 5. All I know is that she's got her cheerleading outfit decked out, ready to go. She's been bringing her playoff megaphone to all the games. She did tell me, though, she said, I want you to bring home the shiny gold one and not the silver one. So there's some more added pressure to me with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good
She will
one.
not be happy.
I love it. I bet she's excited. And your wife, how's she feeling leading into this weekend?
Awesome. She's fired up. You know, she works at Smithson Valley Middle School, so she's in the community with everybody, and she's been at every single game this year, her and my daughter, and they're great. They're an awesome support group at home.
I love seeing all the wives and the kids in the stands. They're always here, always in full support. It's great.
Bringing the energy.
Yeah, and Friday they're going to reap the reward of all those rainy, cold nights in the
No
stands.
doubt. You know, they've earned it. They work just as hard as we do.
All right, Coach, so got to ask, give me some X's and O's. What's going on this week?
You know, we're 15 games into the season, playing week 16. I think it would be wild if we were to just change up exactly who we are. We're going to stick with what's got us here, and we've been on a little bit of a run here of late, trying to feature our playmakers. And that's what's so great about this group is we don't just have one guy that we try to feature. You know, I think we have 4 guys over 30 catches on the year, which is really rare to have the ball spread out that much. Got a couple backs close to 1,000 yards. One of them's over 1,000 yards. And you know, you rush for over 3,000 yards on a year. Some teams have one guy that does that, and we've got it split up amongst about 4 or 5 guys. So it's really cool. It's exciting to do that. We have a lot of guys we're going to try to feature and really just ride the offensive line. You know, all the great guys on the edge they're awesome and they're phenomenal players, but it all starts up front with those guys, and they've been playing absolutely lights out. So we're going to ride them one more time.
I love it. Well, we're going to be there and wishing you all the best, and go Rangers.
Yes, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
A great conversation with Coach Hill, the offensive coordinator. I bet that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. It was a good time. And I don't know if y'all can hear that cheering and hooping and hollering, but the Rangers just entered the stadium. They are down there in the end zone getting ready to get warmed up, and this is getting more exciting by the minute.
51 minutes for the game.
But let's get back to football. The offensive coordinator, so we've got to talk about the quarterback because he's the guy that stirs the straw.
That's right.
Stirs the drink. Yeah.
Stirs the drink. He stirs the drink with a straw. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Something like
Ryland's
that.
a senior, thrown into action last year sometimes.
Right.
And right at the end of the year, and now he's the guy.
The thing that I notice about him the most is obviously there's some stats, and he's done a great job of leading the offense. But what an energy he brings to the field, and what a just a presence that the whole team is ready for him. You know, they jump on his back and he carries them, even though he's not always carrying the ball or doing the things. He just has that energy and that presence that you want in a quarterback.
The neatest thing I see with him is a lot of quarterbacks do this, but when he goes to the sideline to get the play, he runs back and he's emphatic when he tells the players the play.
He's excited about it.
I love
Sure.
the fact that he's excited just to tell his teammates what play we're going to run right now.
Right.
And that's the mark of a good leader for sure.
You know, he's been excited since I've known him as a very little boy. I think Ryland and I met for the first time in the 5th grade.
How did you find him like that?
Interview or something?
So we did. We sat down for an interview. It was super cute, and he was just precious.
Can we
and
see
he's
that?
probably going to kill me for this. But Ryland, I'm sorry, we have to. We're going to go to the interview.
Let's see it.
I heard that the teachers decided that you had the best costumes all week long.
I don't know. I just dressed up every day.
Well, it sounds like you had a good time doing that.
I did.
I also hear that you just won a championship.
Yes, ma'am.
What was that for?
Well, it was our football team. We had a great team, a great year. It was really fun. I love my team and hope to do the same next year. Just positive and reinforcement, just telling them they can do it.
So, Ryland, what is your favorite subject in school?
I'm going to have to say math. It's always come natural, and it's been really fun.
I also want to talk about something that I think is super cool. So you have your own business.
That was sure awful cute, wasn't it?
Super cute. And I may pay for that later, but I had to. So cute. You know what? I hate to do this to you guys, but it's getting kind of rowdy down there. And,
oh, no.
Yeah.
You mean you get to go on the field?
I'm heading down.
Not
I've got to
fair.
go do my thing.
Not fair.
And I know.
That's not fair at all.
I know. But you know what? I'm counting on y'all to hold down the fort.
We'll see what we
I
can
know
do.
y'all can. I know y'all can. And before I leave, I'm going to say bye one more time, and let's cut to a break. Bye for now, Rangers. Go.
Not the fun part of being a dad, but I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. concerning you?
Yeah. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella, and
Arlo?
I wasn't eavesdropping. He's always watching you. His videos are secure. This guy sounds like a creep.
It's not.
Your privacy is very important to me, and I think you need to make better decisions when it comes to boys. And this Arlo is not a boy that I think you should be dating.
You're dating someone?
Yeah, Arlo. I heard you guys talking about him.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. We were talking about how great they are and how safe they make me feel. Arlo's not a boy.
Well, that's a boy's name.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera. Named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Welcome to True Skin Dermatology, your home for healthy skin. We're part of a nationwide network of trusted dermatology professionals. Walking into True Skin, you can expect excellence. Hello, my name is Kevin Jackenturi, and I'm a certified physician assistant located right here in the Smithson Valley area. I specialize in skin cancer diagnosis and treatment, cosmetic services, acne, eczema, and more. I am here to serve your family's needs and am excited to be part of the Ranger Nation. Come see us today. Go Rangers!
Guys, look what just came in. Just in time.
Please tell me it's our hats.
It is, but these aren't the right ones.
Oh, great. What are we gonna do now? These will never work.
Hey, I know. Why don't we call your dad, Hill? Jeremy Fuller, State Farm Insurance, can help with anything.
Well, usually he can, but...
Great idea. He helps my grandma with her business insurance.
Yes, he does that, but not...
Yes, he even helped my mom with her boat insurance.
Yes, that's great, but he doesn't insure shipping.
There they are. I've been looking all over for those. The teachers are having a pool party after swim practice is done. And I think you're looking for these.
Thanks, Principal Snyder. Now we are ready.
And so are we.
Let's do this!
Welcome to Summerhill Dental, your Hill Country dentist. We are located just a few miles from Smithson Valley High School and ready to serve the entire family's needs. We specialize in same-day crowns, implants, sleep apnea, and whole health smiles. We love our community and we are proud to call ourselves Rangers. Come see us today.
Building a home, have hail damage, or your roof is just grown old and tired. Eternal Roofing's award-winning company will meet all of your roofing needs. We specialize in all roofing styles and service the Hill Country and surrounding areas. We are family-owned and fellow Rangers that love our community and look forward to growing alongside of it. Call us today and go Rangers!
And welcome back to the AT&T Center as the Rangers get ready to take on Aledo. Should be a good game, so stick with us. We'll have all the audio of that game tonight, so wherever you're watching it, make sure you have our voices on telling you what's happening, because we'll do better than those other guys will.
And don't forget the stats.
And don't forget the stats you can watch on the screen, because that keeps you in the game as well. But right now, we've talked about offense, but there's one group on offense that probably does more work than anybody that doesn't get recognized, and that's the offensive line.
Well, you talk about the great quarterback play. We talked about Ryland, and he can't do that without the guys that we're getting ready to talk about right now. And you're going to mention their coach. I'm going to beat you to that. His name's Robert Touton. He's been there longer than Larry Hill. He's been in Smithson Valley for a long time. And he must have started coaching when he's like 3 years old, because he's still pretty young. But